said, it's like I come from artistic education. I was in art school basically for 5 years, and then I was always like working with electronic music since a lot of time, and basically I always been interested in like strange melody structure that like a bit like Steve Reich, which is like constructing melodies that are like growing and multiplying all the time, and so it's like I don't know, like but I never really connected my artwork with my actual techno music. But I would say in that particular performance, I played a lot of tracks that are from my new album, the one I made on airplanes. So it's like some melodic structure that I designed when I was flying to another destination. So I took some of these tracks and play some drums on top of it, and basically I just released an album this week or last week, which is just like music that I make on airplanes, and so it's like mostly like ambient music, like melodies that you could listen to like by itself. It sounds really like trancey a little bit, but there's no beats. And tonight I played 4 or 5 tracks from this album, where I was playing the melodies and jamming with my drum machine on top of it.
So the melodies are pre-recorded, and now you add up the tracks with a drum machine.
Yeah, that's what I did. So it's basically like a techno version of that album that is supposed to be ambient. So you could like play it as an ambient album at home and just chill. But if you put a kick on it and some kind of snare drum and make it a bit more clubby, then it has another sense, like a completely different direction. And I like this ambivalence between like something that is like harmonically complex and that could be really efficient in a club situation.
Is that how you like to work, like working on a computer and then like trying on machines, or like can you do both?
I like both, but the fact is, like, as I'm touring that much, the time when I can actually make music and compose is often like really short. And so I found a moment in that context of flying, because there was just a lot of empty spaces where I could do things, and I decided to do some music just to be productive and keep going. So it was just like most of the time I just like make structure of melodies, and sometimes I record it with synthesizer when I'm home. But I also like to have like everything from the computer sometimes, and just like put it through my analog filter. Then it sounds a bit more warm, and I can control the cutoff of the filter. So it's like yeah, but I like every methods, but at the moment with my time schedule, I think this is what I do because it's easy. Really, I mean, I'm actually paying more attention in like old school techno things. As a DJ, sometimes I play most of my records are from the 90s.
American,
it's like
techno sort of stuff.
Yes, and there was I think kind of I don't know, like emotional like melodies that was in this kind of techno that I miss sometimes in modern music, like modern dance electronic music. So basically I don't know. I think I found more interest sometimes in like different things, more from the past. But it's like it's all mixed up. Like I can really enjoy like some artists like Lorenzo Seni, which is like doing like some experimental trends that I really like, and I could totally be interested in like some ambient music too. And I don't really have a obsession with one thing. I just pick some stuff wherever I can and make my my own universe from different point of views. I actually really love Silent Servant, who's playing right now, and yeah, I also really like JC, Jose, who's actually from here, and I've been like really into his records because in the modern electronic techno music, I think he's one of the few who dare to put melodies and be like more colorful than other artists.
We've seen, like, talking about him, we've seen him a few times, and normally out of the whole lineup, he's one of the most risky DJs for producers. Like he plays really varied, risky music to his like peers.
Yeah, he seemed like he likes the challenge, and I like artists who taking risk, who are taking some risk somehow, who doesn't really do what people expect when they come to listen to them. If it's like the actual music you're talking about, I would say like it's more like experimental labels like Mego, Spectrum Spools, I like Lies, obviously. Like I still do listen to everything Ron's putting out, and I don't know. It's like it's it's definitely not techno music. Yeah, I actually did like a really long, I think 5 hours ambient set in. It was an organic festival in Taiwan, in a beach, with like it was early in the morning, with the jungle behind and the mountain. So it was like sun rising and everything. So and I played like really calm, ambient, emotional music, and people were just like sleeping around, and it was a really nice moment. But I enjoy different things. Like I really loved that crowd today. It was completely, I don't know, it was really crazy, and it's a different energy. Like sometimes I mean, but I like both, but it's different.